Up next, ladies and gentlemen, whose journey has been truly remarkable, starting off in a remote district of in a county, Makueni County, in Kenya. He has traversed the globe, gaining expertise in almost every aspect of law that has to do with any aspect of human behavior or human life. He's now today here with us. He's also the governor of Makueni County, Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, for our next speaker, who is our special guest speaker today, please welcome His Excellency, Professor Kivutha Kibwana, Governor, Makueni County, Kenya.
Let me start by acknowledging the Honorable Minister for Trade, Commerce, Industries of the Government of Sri Lanka, Your Excellency, the Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, President Aslan of the Global Pulses Confederation and your board members, and all the captains of industry present here, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by thanking GPC and specifically Mr. Aslan for personally extending to me and my delegation from East Africa the opportunity to participate at this conference in the beautiful city of Colombo. And I'm glad that I'm among the who is who in the pulses industry, while we as East Africa are trying to develop this industry for our nutritional and economic activity. I begin by looking at the case for pulses in East Africa and focusing mainly on the countries of Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia, which currently have a population of 200 million. And according to current projections, this is expected to double by 2050, while that of the world is set to increase by about 34%. Africa in general has the youngest population in the world, and pulses offer an opportunity to meet the dietary needs of this young growing population. And one must note that by and large, pulses are cheaper than animal proteins, especially on the continent of Africa. Pulses are also attractive in terms of an economic activity because of reliance on rain-fed agriculture, and particularly in the continent where we have extreme climatic events. Pulses also are grown by smallholder farmers. They have higher value crops and have a shorter maturity period compared to cereals, and therefore the potential to boost income to farmers. Decidedly, pulses are the crop of the future for us in East Africa, and one could also say in the continent of Africa as a whole. Today, approximately 10% of the world's population of pulses occurs in Africa. East Africa produces nearly 6 million metric tons and exports under 1 million metric tons, that's 900,000 annually, and we consume the remainder domestically. Traditional pulses which we produce and export include kidney beans, white pea beans, pigeon peas, and mung beans. And there's also a significant potential to produce and export other pulses such as chickpeas, dolichos, cowpeas, and pinto beans. That is in Makueni County. Some pictures of a mung farm, and some farmers also in a cowpea farm. The next slide shows current production and trade scenario for Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Kenya. And currently, 50% of our exports are to India, followed by Pakistan, Russia, and UAE. And the objective is to rapidly diversify exports into new geographies. And that is why our attendance at this meeting is very, very critical, because we want to talk to people in the industry and to say Africa is coming. Ongoing activities buoyed by the prospects of growing domestic and global market. My county, other counties in Kenya, such as Machakos, Kitui, Meru, Tharaka Nithi, Embu, including therefore my county of Makueni, and indeed the East Africa, the entire East Africa, we are implementing actions to double our production in the next 5 to 6 years, given the demand that the President mentioned, that in 40 years we will have to produce what we produced in 10,000 years. Through collaboration with partners such as International Trade Center CETA program, we further intend to scale up investments in the value chains and increase access to markets, be they domestic, regional, and international. What do we want to achieve? We want to play a bigger role in the global trade of pulses. We want to be a destination of choice for investments related to the pulses value chain. And of course, significantly, we want to double income to our farmers, improve their livelihoods, and realize our economic development goals. I came to this meeting with a delegation. There is a key player in the industry from Tanzania, Mr. Mohamed Bajwa. If you're in the room, we could acknowledge you. Also, a processor and exporter from Tanzania, Abdulaziz Lalani. Also, a processor and exporter from Ethiopia, Kasahun Bekele, who will be a panelist tomorrow. And the technical advisor to State Department of Trade, Kenya, Constantine Kandie. The County Executive Committee member for Trade, Makueni, Rosemary Maundu. County Executive Committee member, Agriculture, Makueni, Lawrence Zunga. County Executive Committee member, Agriculture, Machakos, Damaris Mativo. And I wish in a special way to thank the International Trade Center CETA program for enabling us to be part of this platform and for partnering with us to further the development of our pulse value chains. We as a county, and I think they are in the house and they can be acknowledged, we as a county and indeed the entire East African region are committed to pulses as a crop of the future. And we would like to extend an invitation to buyers, to investors and other partners to engage with us and learn more about the immense trade and investment opportunities that exist. We would like you to talk to us and we will talk to you. I'm happy to be in this Colombo meeting because I'm already beginning to feel the pulse of the pulses industry. Thank you.
That was His Excellency, Governor of Makueni County, Kenya, Professor Kivutha Kibwana. Sir, thank you so much for your presence here. May I request you please wait for a moment. I'd like to request the President of GPC, Mr. Hussein Arslan, to please step up on stage and present the Professor, His Excellency the Governor, a memento. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Governor, Makueni County, Kenya, Professor Kivutha Kibwana. Thank you, gentlemen.